Hello, it's Talk Thursday, and this is Debra Cox. This week, I want to talk about a subject matter that I have talked about several times before, and that's self-care. We all need to do a better job of taking care of ourselves in order to take care of others, including our family and friends. If we don't take care of ourselves, prioritize our mental health, physical health, and spiritual health, then we can be in a world of hurt. And what I mean by that, it takes all three to be balanced. And I'm going to share some different things that you can do besides getting outdoors in nature, taking a walk. Like today, even though the sun's not out, taking a brisk walk in the cool air, you might hear the wind blowing. Just listening to the sounds and watching the sights of nature, if you have access to something like that, it will help clarify your mindset. And sometimes we need to reset our mind in order to do better. So that's one thing we can do. Another thing we need to do is learn to stay hydrated. Yeah, it's going to be getting colder, colder, whichever you want to, look at it as the months progress, where today's October 30th, and so day after tomorrow will be November 1st, and we'll be on the last 2 months of the year. And it has flown by rapidly. I feel like the older you get, faster time passes by. But we all need to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Yeah, a lot of people like to drink Gatorade and stuff, but you got to watch all that sodium. Sometimes it's not good for you. So another thing is we need to be eating healthy. It's okay to eat junk food occasionally, but making sure you get your fruits and vegetables and your protein and your dairy and things like that, because it seems like the older I get, I need to make sure I'm eating healthy, especially my fruits and veggies. It makes me feel better, especially to stay away from a lot of sugar. But I do, my guilt trip is ice cold Dr. Pepper and either a Hershey chocolate bar or a Reese cup. So that on occasion is okay, but we need to be eating healthy, to take care of ourselves. Make sure, if you're big into drinking fruit juice, if you don't juice your own fruit, and you buy fruit juice, make sure it's 100% fruit juice, because a lot of the juices have a lot of sugar, and that's not good for you. And so those are a few things to start off with. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Lay down the electronics, at least an hour before bedtime, and, because you need to decompress from the day's activities. Your job may require you to be on, computer 24/7, but find the time at least an hour before bedtime to decompress. You got to take care of yourself. If you don't, who is? So that's my thought for today is you got to take care of yourself. Turn up the music. Sometimes turning up the music and the birds are chirping. I guess they want me to be listening to their music. But, listen to some music might help our souls. It might help us to rethink things that have gone on during the day. Another thing is meditating and praying. We all need to stop and take time to do that. Be thankful for, the day and the activities and those surrounding us. And, as we prepare to, get ready to call it a day, it's most important that we do that. But do take time for yourself, because if you don't, who's going to help you with that? Self-care is vital, important. and need to get outside. Yeah, as the days get shorter with winter approaching, it's important to get some sunshine as much as you can because we need that vitamin D. So just a few things to make you stop and think about self-care, how important it is. You want to be around, you got to take care of yourself. You need to stop and focus your attention on your health. You need to focus on things that you can do to help you be better. It might be journaling. It might be taking the time to read. It might be taking the time to listen to music. It might be taking the time to check in, on someone that normally checks in on you, because sometimes that happens. But none the case, take care of yourself. So with this Thursday and Talk Thursday, I am Debra Cox. I'm going to leave you with a few sounds of pond life.